All right, so today continues the 2026 theme of space, right? The next frontier for investors. Crude oil edging lower, though, however, is giving consumer-facing stocks a nice bid today. They're doing well, and airlines are really taking off. I'm with the puns today. Luckily, we booked the analyst who's considered the best for both of them. I want to bring in now Sheila Kahyaoglu. She's a managing director over at Jefferies. And Sheila, last time we spoke, you didn't seem gung-ho on the airlines, but they're catching a bid today. They've been doing pretty well. What's going on there, besides cheaper jet fuel?
You know, everybody thinks jet fuel went up and we're going to have a shortage of it. What that's going to result in is airlines going bankrupt. We saw Spirit Airlines go away. We're hearing Ryanair talk about that in Europe. Less choices for consumers, prices go up, and you finally have inflationary ticket prices for airlines, and that's been helpful. And that's why the airlines have really outperformed commercial aerospace year to date because of that.
I mean, also, you just kind of hit on it, they're all building out their first class bigger, the first class area, the cabins, they're sell out, they're making big time money on it. I know United just can't, they just making it pretty soon, the plane's going to be all first class.
Yeah, the worlds are really uniting, whether it's the premium seat offering. Believe it or not, only about 14% of United seats are business class. But what really they're focusing on are how can we make the premium experience better? For instance, Delta has the Delta One Lounge. It's fabulous at LAX, JFK. American just announced yesterday that they're adding Starlink, talk about worlds colliding, with SpaceX on their narrow body portfolio. United already is offering that across the board by the end of next year. So airlines want to give the consumer more so the customer pays more and they have brand loyalty, and that's what the game is all about.
They're making them too big, but that's a different, don't get me started like that. The lounges are like huge now. All right, real quick, we got to talk about this space stuff. So I'm going through your coverage, and I didn't realize you have buys on all of these names, a lot of them going back to last year. MDA Space, Redwire, Voyager, Galactic, Virgin, BlackSky. You're killing it. You're killing it. Now, full disclosure, I told subscribers take profits on Redwire this morning. I considered it a gift. Are you changing your targets on these? I mean, this has to even take you by surprise, how the breadth of this, the velocity of this move.
I'm an underdog, as you can see. I'm physically small, so I've been all about pounding the table on these names when they were 50, 100% lower last year. We went to see Voyager. No one believed in their product. The company was at $18, I think doubled off of that 2.5 times. So these companies are, what SpaceX is providing is a space economy, an infrastructure that doesn't really exist. And each one of these names, we actually have MDA Space on the road today in New York City, are providing some sort of that infrastructure. And so, Redwire provides some sort of power. So we'll see. I think my view is you like these names when they're down, and you know which ones are. There'll be winners. It's just about how quickly they'll be able to materialize on those revenues.
I just got to give you props. I mean, phenomenal. No one was talking about these names when you put buys on them. It's just phenomenal. I got to ask you about your trip, because last time you were here, you were so excited. I'm going to see Boeing in St. Louis. So how was the trip? Obviously, it was pretty good because you got a buy on the stock.
I will say that was one of the best days of my life, of my career, going to see Boeing Defense. I don't think a single investor, except for one, had been there over the last 15 years. Steve Parker took over. He's a Boeing vet, 38 years. He took over the job 18 months ago. Boeing used to hang its hat when it came to defense and just head down, say, this is a zero margin business. We're losing cash flow because of 5 major programs. That is all behind the company now. And it's all about future growth. And the growth is 20% of their portfolio is fighter jets. I got to see the F-15EX fly around. Pretty amazing.
Did you get in the cockpit? Because you fit.
I would. They actually allowed 2 in the cockpit, so you could come along for the ride. And I got to see their weapons portfolio. That's another 10, 20%. And then they have the F-47. That's the next generation fighter. And they're up for a big award called FAXX against Northrop Grumman. That's worth pretty significant. It's worth about 10% to Northrop's share price, 5% to Boeing. That award, the Navy is going to decide on that, who wins that fighter in August.
Wow. Good stuff. And by the way, we'll run out of time, but I do want to also mention that you put a buy on GE Aerospace, and that's a stock that had been somewhat choppy, and it looks like it's trying to break out right now.
Yeah, Larry Culp is at a conference today presenting. I believe in the commercial aerospace cycle. It's my bread and butter sector. I love space, but I think commercial aerospace, you have people wanting to travel, wanting to fly, and GE powers 75% of the planes in the world. It's a recurring revenue stream, and they continue to provide more evidence that there's upside. One other thing on Boeing and GE, both of them are 25% defense, and I think they're my sleeper defense large cap plays that no one has any, sort of upside surprise in the numbers.
And by the way, Larry Culp is my hero. I bought GE, and when he took over, and forget it, I've just never looked back. So it's been phenomenal.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah, you're phenomenal too. Good
Thanks.
stuff. Thanks, Sheila. Appreciate it. All right.